When winter hits and temperatures crash, most people think heating a greenhouse needs fancy heaters or expensive equipment. But the Amish manage to keep their plants alive, even thriving, using simple, old-world techniques that cost absolutely nothing. Their methods rely on nature, smart design, and materials they already have on the farm. Trick number 1. The Amish thermal mass stones. The first trick is so simple that most gardeners overlook it. The Amish line the inside walls of their greenhouse with large, dark stones, river rocks, broken concrete pieces, or even thick bricks. These stones absorb sunlight all day long. When night comes, they slowly release that stored heat back into the greenhouse. It's like having dozens of tiny, natural heaters that run for free. The best part is the stability. The stones prevent temperature swings, keeping plants from freezing even during sudden cold snaps. Trick number 2. The deep compost heating wall. The second Amish trick uses something every farm already has: compost. Amish families stack a thick pile of compost along the outside wall of the greenhouse, usually on the north side. As compost breaks down, it releases heat continuously, and that warmth radiates straight into the greenhouse through the wall. This method not only heats the greenhouse for weeks at a time, it also blocks icy winds from hitting the structure directly. It's free, renewable, and one of the most reliable sources of passive heat the Amish use during harsh winters. These two methods alone can raise greenhouse temperatures by 10 to 20 degrees without spending a single dollar. And they're only the beginning. The Amish have even more powerful, low-cost ways to keep plants warm all winter. The underground Amish heating method that costs nothing. Winter game changer. In the Amish world, winter doesn't stop gardening. Their greenhouses keep producing when the outside feels like a freezer, and they do it without spending a single dollar on heating. Here are 2 more of their most effective no-cost heating tricks. Trick number 3. The underground warm air channel. This is one of the Amish community's most clever techniques. They dig a shallow trench, usually a foot or 2 deep, and run it from the sunny side of the greenhouse toward the inside. During the day, sunlight warms the soil and the trench traps that heat. As night falls and the air cools, the warm air stored below the ground slowly rises into the greenhouse through small openings. It's a natural geothermal effect on a tiny scale. The earth stays warmer than the air, so the greenhouse always has a gentle flow of mild, warm air rising from beneath. No pipes, no machines, nothing modern, just dirt and old-fashioned knowledge. Trick number 4. South-facing thermal wall. The Amish always build greenhouses with the south side completely exposed to the sun and the north side heavily insulated. But here's the trick. On the south side, they place a dark-colored barrel, plank wall, or painted surface that soaks up sunlight like a sponge. Throughout the day, this wall gets heated naturally. During the night, it radiates warmth into the greenhouse, acting like a free heater. The north wall, meanwhile, is often backed with straw bales or thick wood to prevent heat loss, another completely free method. This combination creates a huge temperature difference that keeps tender plants alive even on freezing nights. Put together, these 2 tricks create a greenhouse that heats itself from above and from below, without a heater, without fuel, and without electricity. And the Amish still have more powerful ideas that cost absolutely nothing. The Amish heat sink garden bed that warms plants all winter. The deeper you go into Amish greenhouse methods, the more you realize how brilliantly simple their tricks are. They use the land, the sun, and basic materials to do the heating for them, without paying a single dollar. Here are 2 more powerful strategies they rely on every winter. Trick number 5. Amish heat sink planting beds. The Amish build their planting beds like giant natural heaters. Instead of filling the bed with plain soil, they layer it vertically like a cake. Bottom layer, logs, branches, and old wood. Middle layer, straw and broken down plant matter. Top layer, rich soil. As the deeper layers decompose, they release a slow, steady stream of heat, exactly like a natural heating pad under the plants. This technique can warm the root zone by 10–15 degrees, even during freezing nights. The Amish discovered that when roots stay warm, the entire plant survives, even if the air temperature drops. This method works for months because decomposition never stops. It's a free, continuous heat source. Trick number 6. Double-layer greenhouse skin, no cost, air blanket. Most people think you need expensive bubble wrap or insulation. The Amish do something simpler. They stretch. The main greenhouse plastic a second thin layer inside. Just a few inches away, the small space between the two layers traps air, and trapped air becomes a natural insulation barrier. It's exactly how winter jackets work. This air pocket stops heat from escaping too quickly and prevents frost from forming inside the greenhouse. The Amish often use old, clear grain bag plastic or repurposed clear film, completely free materials. The result? A greenhouse that holds warmth all night, without any electricity, without heaters, and without fuel. Together, these two tricks, warm soil beds and double-layer insulation, keep Amish greenhouses operating in conditions that would kill plants in minutes anywhere else. How the Amish warm a greenhouse using manure and sunlight, completely free. The Amish have winter gardening down to a science, but the science is built on simple, natural, cost-free materials. Their goal is always the same: capture heat during the day, hold it at night, and protect plants from frost without paying a single dollar. Here are 2 more clever heating tricks that work surprisingly well. Trick number 7. The Amish manure heat wall, free slow-release warmth. This one is old-fashioned but extremely effective. Amish farmers stack fresh manure mixed with straw along the outside of their greenhouse on the north wall. Why the north wall? Because that's where cold winds attack hardest. As manure breaks down, it creates a gentle, steady warmth, not hot, not smelly, but warm enough to keep the inside wall from freezing. It works like a giant natural radiator. The heat radiates inward, while the thick pile blocks icy drafts from hitting the structure. This method costs 0 runs 24/7, lasts for weeks, and keeps the greenhouse 8–12 degrees and warmer, and because Amish farms always have livestock, this heating method fits right into daily life. Trick number 8. Sun-catching reflectors, amplifying winter sun at no cost. Winter sunlight is weak, especially in northern states. The Amish solve this by placing simple reflective surfaces in front of their greenhouse. Often old metal sheets, aluminum scrap white boards, even bright painted doors. These reflect extra sunlight into the greenhouse during the day, warming the soil, the stones, and the thermal mass inside. Think of it like giving the sun a booster. The reflectors don't need to be fancy. They just need to bounce light toward the clear south-facing wall. Even a few extra degrees of warmth during the day makes a huge difference at night. Amish gardeners say this trick can raise daytime greenhouse temps, which keeps plants healthier when nights drop below freezing. Together, these 2 methods, the manure heat wall and simple reflectors, create a powerful combination of extra heat plus protected structure, all without spending a cent. Water barrels and mulch. The Amish secret to a warm greenhouse without heating bills. As winter temperatures fall, most greenhouses struggle to hold on to any warmth. But the Amish use 2 incredibly simple, completely free tricks that turn their greenhouses into heat storage machines. These methods don't use fuel, don't use electricity, and don't require modern equipment, just water, soil, and common sense passed down for generations. Trick number 9. Heat-trapping water barrels, nature's free radiators. This is one of the most powerful free heating techniques the Amish use. Inside their greenhouse, especially along the south wall, they place large barrels or buckets filled with water. That's it. During the day, the sun heats the water inside those barrels. At night, the water slowly releases that stored heat back into the greenhouse. Think of them like giant natural hot water bottles. Why water? Because water holds heat 25 times better than air. One barrel can keep a small greenhouse section several degrees warmer throughout the night. A row of barrels can keep the entire structure safe from frost. The Amish often paint the barrels black to help them absorb even more sunlight, but even clear or blue barrels work. The trick costs nothing if you repurpose old containers. Trick number 10. Deep ground mulch. Cold doesn't just attack from above, it rises from the ground too. The Amish stop this using a free method, mulch insulation floors. They spread a thick layer of straw, leaves, wood chips, or any organic material across the entire greenhouse floor, sometimes 4 to 6 inches thick. This mulch traps warmth in the soil, preventing cold from creeping upward at night. It acts just like insulation in your attic, but for the ground. Benefits? Keeps the soil warmer, protects roots, holds daytime heat longer, reduces frost risk. Costs $0 if the materials come from the farm. Many Amish also use mulch around the base of planting beds to stop drafts and create warmer root zones. Put together, water barrels heat the air, and mulch floors heat the ground. This combination creates warmth from both directions, above and below, turning an unheated greenhouse into a survival shelter for plants all winter long. The Amish double insulation trick, windbreaks and inside tunnels that cost $0. As temperatures plunge, one of the Amish community's biggest priorities is stopping cold air before it ever reaches the greenhouse. They use natural barriers, smart layouts, and simple structures to block icy winds and trap pockets of warm air, all without spending $1. Here are 2 more powerful tricks they rely on every winter. Trick number 11. Zero-cost windbreak, fencing, stopping cold before it hits the greenhouse. Cold winter winds can destroy a greenhouse, especially when temperatures dip into the single digits. The Amish prevent this by building natural windbreaks all around the greenhouse using materials they already have. No money spent. Their windbreaks include rows of old corn stalks tied together, wooden pallets, stood upright piles of brush or branches, stacks of hay bales, unused boards, or scrap lumber. These barriers are positioned on the north and west sides, where the coldest winds blow from. The windbreak slows the wind, breaking its force and preventing it from hitting the greenhouse directly. Even dropping the wind speed by half can raise temperatures inside the greenhouse by 5 to 10 degrees. This one trick alone can be the difference between plants surviving or freezing, and best of all, everything they use is leftover farm material, completely free. Trick number 12. Low tunnels inside the greenhouse, double insulation pocket of warmth. This is one of the Amish community's most ingenious heating tricks. They build a mini greenhouse inside the greenhouse. That means a small hoop tunnel covered with plastic or clear cloth, built right over the planting rows. This creates a double layer of insulation. The main greenhouse walls block the biggest cold, and the inner tunnel traps the warm air closer to the ground. Inside this small tunnel, warm air becomes concentrated heat from the soil rises. Slowly, frost struggles to form. Plants stay 5 to 15 degrees warmer than the rest of the greenhouse. Even if temperatures outside drop below freezing, the inner tunnel can stay safely above plant-killing levels. And because the Amish build these tunnels from scrap wire, leftover sticks, or flexible branches bent into hoops, it costs absolutely nothing. This small pocket of warmth is like giving each plant its own personal microclimate, safe, stable, and protected. These two tricks, blocking cold winds outside and trapping warm air inside, help the Amish create a layered defense system that keeps even delicate crops alive all winter long.